Never sure how close I should be. Is this too close? This feels kind of close for me. You're like this close to my face right now. I feel like I should be back here, but then you can't hear me. I don't know, do I feel in your face here? Hi! I'm just gonna go with the hands now. Apparently it's my thing. So, hi everyone. I'm back today. Kind of impromptu. Wasn't planning to film today, but I was looking around the house and I was seeing all the new things that we bought. And I thought, why not share a few things? Because I've had quite a few people ask me on like Snapchat and Instagram and stuff where some of the things are from. And they're all pretty much either vintage, HomeSense, and a couple other places I think, but that's pretty much it. So I thought I would just run through a few of my favorite things that we bought so far. We've been back in Vancouver, like I said in my last video, a couple months now, so this has been a few things I've collected over the last few months. I didn't buy it all in one go. I frequently visit HomeSense probably at least once a week. That's how you find the good stuff. You gotta get in there, dig around, and same with vintage shopping. I'm always at Value Village. Lots of good finds, but you definitely have to put the time and effort into finding them. So, long story short, home decor haul today. You'll definitely see a theme here. It's definitely a lot of golds and blacks and like neutral tones and a little bit of pink, but that's kind of the theme of the whole house. So yeah. Okay, so the first thing, I actually bought this almost like as soon as we found this place. I think this is one of the first things I bought. I actually Instagrammed it the day we moved in. It's this sculptural head of, I think it's a buffalo, I guess, with a marble stand on the bottom. It's hollow in the back, so it's not that heavy, but he sits on our bookshelf in our living room. It's simple, sleek, but gold, which I love. He adds kind of like a mid-century interest to the room, so I love him. And I think that was like 15 bucks from HomeSense. So that was a good buy. So this is one thing that I found at our local vintage store. I love adding cool vintagey kind of books and coffee table books around the house. I'm not like a huge reader or anything. I'm mostly like a magazine kind of reader. Ken's definitely the bookworm of the family. I love adding cool things like this to add a little interest to your coffee table or to the bookshelf. And I actually keep it on our side table next to our couch with a few things on top of it. I'm just gonna add another element, an extra little bit to the table. I think I picked it up for like 5 bucks. And it's Hollywood Glamour Through the Years 1919 to 1941. It's just kind of a fun little read. Cool glamour shots. Let's see if I can find a good one here. This one's kind of cool. It's like a old-fashioned wedding or something. I have no idea what all the story's about. I haven't actually had to read through it yet, but I don't know if Ken really likes it, but I do. Okay, another thing from HomeSense that I got was this little guy. It doesn't look like much, but they have a ton of these things at HomeSense, and they're all like, say, between $8 and $15. They're really cheap, but they look really awesome on just a really simple IKEA bookshelf. Mine's sitting next to a little black candle, and I think it looks really cool. It has like a mid-century, modern, geometric kind of vibe to it. So yeah, that's that. Simple. Another HomeSense item. Oh my god, I should have emptied this out. Oh. I need to get back to the gym, is this box, giant solid marble box. I think it's probably actually meant for like a bathroom box, but we use it on our coffee table. We house all of our remotes and like little notepads and stuff. I'm a note taker, so I love to have paper and a pen around at all times. We just stick our remotes in there so that we don't lose them in the couch. I think this one was around $20. It just keeps everything clean, tidy, tucked away, just how I like it. Ken hasn't really gotten into the habit of putting their notes in there yet, but it's a work in progress. I didn't realize just how much of this was HomeSense. I guess that's like the only place I shop. Another thing was this pillow. I was basically looking for a pillow with some texture that had a little bit of a slight pattern to it, but not too much pattern. I don't like anything that has sparkles and glitter on it, and almost everything at HomeSense is either sparkly and glittery, especially right now with the holiday season. And I stumbled across this guy. I think it was about $30. Price tag might still be on here. No. Urban Loft is the brand, but I got it at HomeSense, and I think it looks really cool. It's like a woven kind of pattern texture. I just have one of them. Sits on the opposite side of the couch that we usually sit on because we already have 2 other pillows on the couch. So it usually gets tossed to the floor, but as an aesthetic from a distance, it does look really good. And I think they would look really awesome if you had 2 of them on a bed too, next to one another. It would look really cool. Yeah, that was a good find that day. I was really happy. I'd been looking for weeks, it seemed, going into HomeSense pretty much once a week looking for a pillow for that spot, and I finally found it. Very happy with that. Okay, let's move on to another shop for a second. So this was kind of, I mean, generally I am a thrifty shopper. I love vintage shops. I love the hunt, finding that one little hidden gem among a bunch of crap. And that's why I love HomeSense too, because there's a ton of stuff I really don't like there. But once you find that special little piece, you feel so much more satisfaction with it in your house and you enjoy it just that much more. But I decided to treat myself to this. This guy, the giant candlestick, giant gold candlestick with uneven candle holders on the top there, and I put these long plain white candles on the end of it. It's from Anthropologie. It was $70. Yes, Ken was not exactly pleased when I came home with this, especially because he's used to me buying super cheap stuff. So this was definitely more of a splurge item, but I was looking for something to put in the center of our circular dining table. I wanted it to be kind of a sculptural piece, but not too busy, because we already had the bar cart and a plant and pictures on the wall and stuff in there, and I wanted it to be something that looked good from all angles. So I didn't want it to be something flat that would look like there's nothing on the table when you're looking at it from a certain angle, because there's two entryways to the dining room. So it kind of had to look good from all angles, and it just sits in the center of the table, and I think it looks really pretty, especially when these are all burning, glowing at night. And the other thing I wanted was not a solid piece, because it is in the dining room table, so when you're looking at someone across the table, you don't want this giant thing to be looking around to see who's on the other side of the table. It's semi-see-through, easy to look through if you're sitting at the table and looking through to whoever's on the other side. Still sculptural and pretty, adds a little element to the room, I think. Yeah, that's that. I think almost everything is gold in this, isn't it? I don't know if this is gonna be boring. Sorry. Okay, moving on. I actually had a couple people ask me questions about this next one, and it's this gold Mr. and Mrs. sign. Generally this is, again, it's from HomeSense. I think it was $14 to $15, somewhere in there. And generally this is not something that I would gravitate towards, just because I'm not a big fan of this like swoopy calligraphy kind of handwriting that everyone seems to have at weddings nowadays. But it was like the first thing that I had seen since Ken and I had gotten engaged that I actually kind of did like, that said Mr. and Mrs. on it. It made me a little nervous buying a sign that said Mr. and Mrs. on it before we're actually married. I feel like we're kind of jinxing ourselves. But anyways, I loved it enough that I went ahead and bought it. I was gonna hide it away until after we got married, but it ended up looking really cute on our windowsill, so now she lives there, and I don't think it's gonna be going away anywhere. Okay, next up we have another book. I just got this one the other day, and it was just one of those items that I saw at HomeSense and I was just drawn to it. I just thought it would look really cool on the coffee table. Something fun to flip through. It's called Nasty Galaxy by Sophia Amoruso. Probably saying that way wrong. But if you are looking for coffee table books, definitely check out HomeSense. They always have a huge selection there, and they're literally half the price of what you would find at Chapters. This is probably like an $80 book at Chapters, and I got it for $22, I think it was, or 22 or 24, can't remember. So I mean, there are so many books that I've almost bought at Chapters, like the really pretty Dior and the Chanel ones and stuff. They're gorgeous, but I'm not about to spend $100 on a pretty book, right? And I also thought this would be really great for Instagrams to have like in the background of items, just simple sayings like this. Just really pretty, fun, girly thing to flip through. Another score I found at HomeSense were these gold frames. I don't know what it is with me, but I just have an issue with committing to where I put photos on our walls. It takes me forever to decide. They've been lying on our floor for probably 2 months now, and I still can't decide what the heck I want to do with them. So they're just hanging out for now, but I got 2 of these big gold frames. They were on clearance for 15 bucks each at HomeSense. And I printed off a few of our engagement photos in black and white. I think they look really beautiful and classic, elegant in the black and white. So don't know where those are gonna end up, but wherever it'll be pretty. And they were a really good deal for 15 bucks each. And they're in the trend to gold. I swear my whole house isn't gold, but I sure have a lot of it in my accessories, don't I? Okay, the final item, didn't really think this through very well because I'm awfully close to the camera and this item's a little big for you to get the idea of what it looks like. But again, HomeSense. I should just call this a HomeSense haul. Oh, I'm getting dust in my throat. I think there's everything but 2 items are from HomeSense. But yeah, check out your local HomeSense or TJ Maxx or wherever you are that's the equivalent, because you'll find a lot of good stuff there. But I picked up this gold It's a stool, and then it's got a black leather top. Kind of wish this was in like a blue color and not black. Because of the black, I haven't really found a good spot for it yet. But it might end up in the bedroom, or it might end up in the front hallway. We'll see. But yeah, I think it was $50, so I think it was about 50 bucks. So pretty inexpensive for a cool little architectural kind of stool. What else? Yeah, I think that is all I've got for you today. I hope that was interesting. Those are kind of the hot ticket items, or my favorite items that we have in the house so far, especially the candlestick. I really love the candlestick. And the Mr. and Mrs. sign. I'm pretty excited to have that around the house when we're actually Mr. and Mrs. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you found some sort of inspiration, and you'll be checking out your local HomeSense and your thrift stores, because there's lots of good stuff to be had there. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. That's terrible. Oh God. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.